Good morning everybody and welcome back to episode 134 of Enter Crypto, where twice a day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things crypto. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then subscribe to my channel. I put out a new video every 12 hours. So today we're going to be talking about CoinDesk's article. It's in their policy section. It's written by Jack Schickler and it's titled Celsius Use New Customer Funds to Pay for Withdrawals. That's according to an independent examiner. So SHOBA PILLAY was appointed by a New York bankruptcy court to look at whether the crypto lender operated as a Ponzi scheme. So we'll read through the article and as always we'll comment at the end. So let's jump in. Celsius Network misled its investors and on occasion used new customer funds to pay for other customers' withdrawals. The usual definition of a Ponzi scheme, an independent examiner for the US bankruptcy court in New York said in a Tuesday filing. In September, SHOBA PILLAY was asked by the court to offer an outside view of goings-on at the crypto lender, has now published an account of the firm's operations in the run-up to bankruptcy being declared in July. In every key respect, from how Celsius described its contract with its customers to the risks it took with their crypto assets, how Celsius ran its business differed significantly from what Celsius told its customers, Pillay wrote. After interviewing staffers, including former CEO Alex Mashinsky, as well as customers of and vendors to the company. I don't know if you remember, but Alex Mashinsky was caught trying to leave the US, I believe. And he was trying to get a plane from, I can't remember, but I think it was New York, and he ended up trying to go to Israel, but he got stopped at the airport, and I don't think he got arrested, but he may have been detained. I don't even think he's been charged or anything like that. I think they just kind of detained him to stop him because they were, under investigation, and I can't for the life of me remember which branch or which agency was investigating him. But I think more will come out later in the year with that. So apparently he's still stuck in the US. Promises of a community-led lending system offering lavish returns and financial freedom clashed with a reality where the company itself was largely created the market in native token CEL, C-E-L, and wasn't open with customers about the risks they faced, Pillay said. In April 2022, Celsius coin deployment specialist Dean Tappan described Celsius's practices as very Ponzi-like. Pillay said that, adding that the staff were aware of the discrepancy between internal CEL mechanics and public pronouncements. On June the 12th, Celsius paused customer withdrawals, and had it not done so, new customer deposits inevitably would have become the only liquid source of coins for Celsius to fund withdrawals. In some instances, however, between June the 9th and June the 12th, Celsius did directly use new customer deposits to fund customer withdrawals, Pillay said, the usual definition of a Ponzi scheme, where promised returns cannot be sustained from genuine market performance. In other cases, the arrangement was less direct, such as between May and June 2022, when the company had to unwind borrowing after crypto returns were insufficient to fund buybacks of its CEL. Celsius recognised that it should not use customer assets to purchase the coins necessary to cover liabilities to other customers, Pillay said. It justified its use of customer deposits to fill this hole in its balance sheet on the basis that it was not selling customer deposits, but instead posting them as collateral to borrow the necessary coins. However, Pillay added, Celsius problems did not start in 2022. Rather, serious problems dated back to at least 2020 after Celsius started using customer assets to fund operational expenses and rewards. With these types of things, these, terrible business models that they really do border on the criminal and nefarious side of things. They were, they're right in saying that it's always had problems. Things like this always have problems because they're such terrible and crappy ideas. It borders into the criminal side of things for a reason. It's because it's so crap, it's so rubbish. This could never be a money-making, a genuine money-making scheme, because it's unsustainable. The returns that they were offering, I think they were offering at one point on US dollar stable coins 20%. That's just unsustainable. Nobody can offer you that. Because it's just a ridiculous, it's just too high, it's just ridiculous, not sustainable. So anybody offering you that is really, you've got to start asking questions, how are they doing it? And when you know that there is no real way to sustainably give somebody that kind of yield, you start questioning, or you should start questioning, well, is this too good to be true? And the answer is 9 times out of 10, yes, it usually is too good to be true, if it sounds too good to be true. And that was the case definitely in Celsius's in this instance. So beware of that. Always look out for that. Another unnamed Celsius manager is quoted as saying, "We spent all our cash paying execs and trying to prop up Alex's net worth in Cell token." Despite repeatedly saying he was not selling Cell, and despite employees internally saying the token's true value was 0, Mashinsky sold 25 million tokens to the value of at least $68 million between 2018 and the bankruptcy. PILLAY said, co-founders Nuke Goldstein and S. Daniel Leon are cited as making Cell sales valued at $2.8 million and $9.74 million respectively. PILLAY said, so that just shows that these guys, they don't even believe in their own token. They're selling it as people are entering the market from 2018 onwards. This is the CEO of the company. He doesn't even believe in his own token, because you wouldn't sell it. You're essentially, when you sell your asset like that, you're essentially putting on a non-leveraged short. You're unsure. You obviously don't think that token's going to go up in price. Otherwise, if you did, you would just hold on to it. There'd be no reason to sell it. So he's actually short his own company, his own token that's powering his company's business model. So it's just, it's just gross. Actually, it's disgusting what they're doing to people, because they're not even telling. That would be one thing if he was telling everybody that's what he's doing. That wouldn't be a problem, because people would obviously just say, well, that's a crap company, so let's not get involved there. But they don't. They keep this all quiet. Nobody knows, and they deny it when they're asked about it. They tell you that everything's great and that Cell token's going to go up in value and blah blah blah, and people FOMO into these ideas, and they get the very good marketers. They pay huge amounts of money to marketers to market these ideas and the tokenomics of their coins. And so it is a Ponzi. It's just a Ponzi. When you're taking in money like that, when you're trying to attract new users, and your business model is so bad that you're not making any money actually, you have to use the new funds to pay off old creditors. People that have, you're not actually making any money, so you're just paying them. So that's just not sustainable. You can't continue like that. Before everything goes belly up, and in this case it has done, and it's led to bankruptcy. I hope he gets charged for this, Alex Mashinsky and a couple of the other execs. If you look into this story in detail, it's riddled with all sorts of suspicious things, and I think at the very least an investigation needs to be done. Needs to be taking place. What Celsius and Mr. Mashinsky never did was correct the record after the fact for the thousands of live audience members who heard these misstatements, or for those who watched the recorded videos on YouTube before they were edited, PILLAY said. PILLAY also uncovered significant tax compliance deficiencies in the company, saying that its mining arm may owe over $23 million in taxes, in US taxes, I think that's supposed to say, and has reserved $3.7 million in liability in UK value added tax, or VAT. The US Bankruptcy Code allows the appointment of an independent examiner to examine allegations of fraud or mismanagement by a bankrupt company or its executives. PILLAY is a former federal prosecutor and partner at law firm Jenner and Block. So another more bad news, but more and more information like this is coming to light. We're gonna get the same with FTX as more investigations take place, as people probe and governments probe and ask more questions. There's going to be more and more details coming out. We're going to find it, and it's going to be good in the long term. It's rubbish in the short term. Obviously, people losing money. People have lost money. They're unsure as to whether they're going to get it back, and there's lots of question marks surrounding all this. But in the long term, it's going to be. I think it's going to be good for the crypto industry. We're going to learn a lot. We're going to see what actually happened here, what went wrong, and why were they able to operate like this. And we'll be able to put safeguards in place because of it. And you'll need a much more sophisticated criminal scheme to dupe other, you know, retail users and innocent users. So yeah, so an interesting article there. So that's what I've got for you this morning, guys. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Remember, everybody, to please subscribe to my channel, join my team, and I will keep you updated on all things crypto every 12 hours. Don't forget to smash that like button if you feel you got value from this video, and I'll see you all in 12 hours time.